that did not finish. One was Joe Tryon with concussion, and then the other one was Noah Sewell with an Achilles. So we'll see what they look like here going forward. That's a tough one for our guys. It's somewhat similar there to the Green Bay game a few weeks ago, just in terms of coming down to the last minute and last play of the game and just coming up one play short there. So, the first half certainly didn't go the way we wanted it to as a team. They controlled the ball. They did a good job building the lead there, down by 7 at halftime. We couldn't stay on the field on offense. We were 0 for 3 on third downs. They were 5 for 7 on third downs in that first half. And yet, second half, I did feel like we picked up our game a little bit as a team. And, we closed that gap and we made it to where we could potentially win that thing there at the end. So I was proud of the guys for that, but it just wasn't enough. And when you go on the road against a good team like that, you got to be on top of your mess the entire time, and we just weren't. Some good performances there, notably by our rookies. Luther had a huge game for us. Colston had a big game for us. Thought Caleb played pretty well for the most part, taking care of the football and throwing it accurately. So that was good to see. The pick six by TJ was huge to get us going. You could really feel the sideline come alive there. Get us into the game. And so even though our offense was a little bit hit or miss there in the first half, that helped contribute some points to the cause. So with that, I'll go ahead and open it up.
Ben, do you have Luther got hurt there at the end? Do you have
I don't have an update on that yet. Yeah, I just heard that.
On the final play, what is kind of supposed to happen if everything works out?
Yeah, we didn't quite get aligned in the formation we wanted to. It's on me. I didn't give him the call fast enough, and so he's trying to piecemeal it together. I got to do a better job on that.
What was your perspective?
There's plenty of time. We got plenty of good plays. So.
You talk about Caleb, just the way he battled from the early slow start and was kind of able to go almost shot for shot with Purdy in a sense. What stood out to you just about the way he was able to keep scoring for you guys?
Yeah, no, he knew he needed to come out and make some plays for us here tonight. When you're going against a dynamic offense like that, we talked about the possibility as an offense, us going tit for tat with them, and we at times were able to answer that call. They just ended up making more plays than us.
Defense was on the field, I think, almost 22 minutes in the first half. What was kind of the message about trying to, get them off quicker in the second half?
Yeah, well, I mean, part of it's a two-headed problem there, because you got us not being able to stay on the field on offense to where they weren't able to get off the field on third downs on defense. And so that's really how I saw it. It came down to the third downs.
It seemed like Purdy had a lot of time to throw. Just from what you can diagnose with the pass rush, what do you think was some of the issues with that tonight?
Yeah. He's a dangerous player, particularly when he can see down the field and have that much time. I agree with you. And then he extended some of those plays with his legs too, and he did a real nice job. And we certainly didn't affect him enough.
The free play touchdown Caleb threw to Colston. Mm-hmm. What did you like about how he just handled that and how the guys handled that whole situation?
Yeah, it was something we talked about going into the week, and we repped it again this morning in our walkthrough, and guys understood what we were trying to get done on that, and so it was really well executed.
The challenge this week with the illness going through the building,
mm-hmm.
Team, this it happens, but how did you feel everybody kind of managed it and dealt with it?
Yeah. I mean, we all understand that. If someone has to go down because they're sick, then someone else has to step up, and we did the best we could as a organization in terms of trying to stop it. From masks to washing hands to being diligent that way. But it certainly did a number on our guys. But we felt good about the guys that we went to the game with. They were going to be able to play like they're 100%.
What to say about Darnell to fly out here this morning and play full game the way he did?
Yeah, he was excited. He came in this morning and he had a big smile on his face. You can't hold me back from this one, he said. So that was good to see.
On the free play, the discipline by Caleb to not settle for any of those shorter routes, what did you like about how he bought time to find Colston there?
Yeah, that's why we do free plays is to throw the ball down the field. So if we were throwing that short, I'd probably be upset with him.
guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Sweet. Let's get it going.
Caleb, you've been on the other end of these a lot this
Yeah.
year. How do you describe just kind of your feeling after that final play?
Yeah. It's frustrating, obviously. You don't want to lose a game ever. And then also just being in that position and having a shot at the end is all you can ask for in those moments. But we got to do a better job overall, just execution. We made too many mistakes as a team, whether it's penalties, whether it's alignments, whether it's assignments, things like that. We'll go back, we'll figure it out. We'll be truth tellers to ourselves because we got a great shot at the end of the season to put ourselves in in a good spot, but also to get back on a roll and get back on a run here through the playoffs, and that's what you're focused on. You want to go back and figure out why why what happened today is what happened, and like I said, be truth tellers to us as a team, and that'll better us for what's up to come.
Your eyes, can you take us through the final play? Obviously, pressure came early, but what you saw.
Yeah. We ended up getting lined up with not much time, and we were slightly lined up wrong, and so didn't have enough time to be able to fix it, having emotion and things like that, and so we just had to try and make something out of nothing in that situation. And then, we, like I said, we had a shot. With all of that going on, time running down, us missing line and things like that, we had a shot. And, just got to give my guys a shot in that situation. I think I haven't obviously gone back and watched it yet, but I think I ended up dirting the ball. Didn't get my legs into it. Just put the ball in the end zone in that moment. And if it's a pick or incomplete at that point, then but can't dirt the ball.
These last 2 weeks, primetime games, high stakes, playing against playoff opponents. Mm-hmm. You guys are right there with both of them. Win one, lose the other. What do you feel like you guys have proven? I know you have a lot of confidence in the building, but what have you shown everybody else?
We know who we are. We know exactly what we need to be able to do to win games. And if it comes down to it, we know that we're going to give ourselves the best shot to be able to do it. And that's something that we've known. That's something that we've worked on. It's something that the confidence from all the work and things like that throughout the time, the games that we've had, has grown for these type of moments. And so, we fall short in this situation, but we've been on the other side of it, and we know, we can be a lot better here coming up.
What does it show about the offense, or what does it prove about the offense? And you guys kept coming back. I think you tied it at 14, 21, 28, 35. Every time they scored, you did.
Yeah. We can hang with anybody. And if our guys on the other side of the ball, maybe is having a tough day or so, we'll be right there with them, having their back, just as they've done for us in a multitude of games.
When the hook and ladder didn't go into the end zone, did it kind of put pressure on you guys, given the time situation?
No, because actually, it was a situation that we've worked. The play before, I ended up throwing it out of bounds, and so if I ended up completing it, we would have done, we would have done the same thing. And so, if I completed inbounds, we would have done the same thing. And so, we were going for it, and that's who we are. That's how. Coach likes to call it. That's how I like to play. We go for it, and we go for the win. And whatever kind of play it is, whatever case may be, that's how we play. We're going to keep playing that way.
Caleb, the free play touchdown to Colston.
Yeah.
Can you just take us through your perspective of that one coming together?
Yeah, it's something Coach added in, I think, last night on that play. A hard count to try and get these guys to jump off sides, and the guys did a great job with that. With the acting, in that sense of. The shift we had and getting set and pointing and then from there the guys jumped off sides. Drew did a great job. O-line did a great job. A lot of times that situation stuns the D-line, and it did there, and it gave me a ample amount of time. And so in those moments you got the flag. At that point it's give the guys a shot.
If you were watching this game on TV like other NFL players were, how would you have described this whole game, the way you guys both teams were scoring like this?
Yeah. I think we've proven who we are. We'll fight, and I think we're a team to be reckoned with. And so I'm excited for this next game. I'm excited to go back and watch this film and figure out how we can better, how we can put up more points, how we can, be more efficient maybe on offense for moments like this, because we may see this team again, and and we may see other offenses again that that are very similar and things like that. And so, like I said, I'm excited for what's to come in that sense. And so, like I said, we're a team that's going to fight, and I think we've proven that.
It may be obvious, but for you guys, how far you've come, that you can score this many points on the road against a good team and be as frustrated as you are. Does that kind of just show where this team has come in the last year?
Yeah, I would say so. We know what type of team we are. We know who we are. We know that all these ball games we can, we got a real shot to win these. And so the frustration comes from us shooting ourselves in the foot, whether it's alignments, like I said, whether it's alignments, whether it's penalties, whether it's assignment, things like that, and being able just to focus for. We don't have, let's put it this way, we don't have bullets to waste, and you only get 70 or so plays and things like that, and so you don't want to go waste one of those. And so, like I said, we'll go back and look at this tape and find out why and what, and so we can get back on that roll and get back on the run.
Luther seemed particularly frustrated, even on a career night. What did you see from him tonight, particularly on that last series?
Yeah, it's good to have Luther back. Let's put it that way. Getting the ball in his hands, as he said before, it's a problem when you get the ball in his hands. And so just giving him a shot, let him go make plays, and get the ball, give him the best runner ball that I can, so that he can go and be explosive and be the player that he is, and why we drafted him here.
You guys finish against the Lions, you'll need to win that to hold the number 2 seed. How important is as much home field as you could possibly get?
Yeah, I don't know the percentages, but your chances of winning a game, high stakes games, or just overall throughout the season when you're at home is higher than when you're away. And so, we always want to try and give ourselves the best chances. Obviously on the football field, but also, just being able to put ourselves in the best positions of being home instead of being away and things like that. So we'll get ready for this game, just how we get ready for any game, and we want to bring it to them, and it's going to be a good game.
Caleb, on the lateral play, did you guys get the coverage you were looking for, and what did they do to kind of prevent DeAndre from getting the corner?
Yeah, the corner actually fell off, and we thought he was actually going to attach a little bit more than he did, and so we thought Swift was going to be able to get around the edge, and the corner ended up sloughing off, and they made a great play. DeAndre got as much as he could, got down, and we ended up clocking and had the last play.
What caused the rush on the last play that you said where you were getting a little bit late and couldn't get the motion in?
We ended up getting the motion. We got the play a little later than we usually do, and then from there we ended up. I guess the guys, didn't hear me in the huddle, and so, I got to do a better job, in those moments of yelling or whatever the case may be, making sure everybody hears me, and then from there, the guys got to get lined up. We got to get lined up, and if the guys are wrong, I got to be able to fix them. And the clock was an issue in that moment, so I couldn't necessarily get the guys, situated, but sent the motion. Like I said, we had a shot at the end, and didn't put the ball in the end zone for the guys.
Yeah, what was it like this morning when you wake up, you find out DJ and OZ are questionable, Darnell's on a plane, just going through everything that happened this week, and then you wake up this morning. How did you kind of manage all that?
Yeah, one, it's next man up, and I believe in the guys. Obviously, we want our guys out there that we've been working with and things like that, but it's next man up, and then my mentality is. It doesn't necessarily matter who's out there. We got to still go win a ball game. And so if I need to put more on myself or anything like that, that's fine. And then obviously being able to have DJ and being able to have Darnell was huge for us and, for today. Awesome. The Bears.